So go ahead and find yourself a nice comfortable seat. I got it. And start to inhale a little more length into your spine. Exhale a little more softness through the face, through the shoulders. Close your eyes. Start to really slow the breath down. See if you can notice what happens in the mind just by slowing the breath down, by becoming aware of the breath. On each inhale, see if you can find a little more length. On the exhale, see if you can find a little more softness. So just close the eyes lightly and see if you can soften all that space behind the eyelids where we hold so much tension. So this week our focus has been fine-tuning this instrument, this body, your vessel for bringing love and light into this dimension. So we're going to start with this little exercise, bringing your hands up. Your pointer finger and your middle finger will rest right here on your brows. Your ring finger will rest lightly on the back of your eyelids. So your eyes are closed, and then your fingers are just resting lightly there, and your pinkies are touching the nostrils, but not enough to obstruct the flow of air. Okay, so just take a minute to place those off and see if you can use the fingers, this soft little healing touch, as a reminder to soften there. Imagine you're doing some little fine-tune adjustments here, allowing some of that tension to soften. Eventually, we're going to place our thumbs inside of our ears and block out all the sound, but not quite yet. So there's no real right way to do this. Just find a place where your fingers kind of rest naturally. And just bring some awareness to that contact point. See if you can use that healing touch to make something happen here. Just a subtle little shift, softening. Then we'll inhale through the nose and fill all the way up. Keeping the mouth closed on the exhale, you'll make an audible So it's still like your mouth is open, like a big O, but it's closed, but you're hollowing it out like that instrument, so you can really feel that vibration through your mouth and your teeth. Okay, so you'll inhale as long as you can, and then you'll exhale as long as you can with that audible You don't have to find the same pitch each time. If you find one you like, you can stick to that if you want to. When you're ready, we'll begin. Plug the ears with the thumbs. Inhale through the nose, a little more length into the spine, and fill all the way up. On the exhale, one more time. Chip thinks it's funny. Okay, lower your hands down into your lap. And we're just going to do a little fine tune adjustment in the neck. All right, so drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. And then reach your left hand out to the side. And now you can just start to move the left arm a little bit, turning maybe the palm face up or down or rolling it around. And just give yourself permission to move a little bit, moving the neck, just finding any tension, reaching out through those fingers. Slowly come back up, lower that left arm down, left to your left shoulder, right arm reaches out. And just feel free to move however you like here. See if you can find any spots that feel a little tense and bring your breath and a little movement there. Slowly bring the head back up, bring that right arm back down. And now we're gonna lay back onto our backs, hugging your knees into your chest. So move however it feels good here, maybe rocking side to side across the spine, maybe finding a happy baby. And now let that left leg go long on the mat, hug that right knee into the chest. Kick out through the left heel, lengthen from heel to crown. Draw your shoulders down into the mat, tuck the chin a little bit and squeeze that knee in. Find that deep, slow, rhythmic flow of air through the nose like music to your ears, making that melodic inhale and the exhale. Same tempo, same length. Keep kicking out through the left heel. Use your right hand to guide your right knee open. Keep looking straight up to keep the neck long. If your left hip's trying to come up, use your left hand to keep it grounded. Find your breath. If you find it helpful, you can find that audible exhale. It might kind of show you where you're holding tension and allow you to let it go. Bring that knee through center, hand it off to the left hand, find a spinal twist. Reach your right arm straight out to the side, palm facing up, and see if you can get the knee all the way down to the ground. And then maybe you can lift the upper body and turn it, twist it to the right a little more. Gaze out over that right hand and try to relax the shoulder, the neck. Slowly come back to center, hug your knees into your chest. Hug your forehead in to touch your knees and squeeze everything into a tight little ball. Slowly let your right leg go long. Interlace your fingers around your left knee and hug it in tight. Tuck your chin a little bit. Hug your elbows in. Lengthen out from heel to crown. Keep kicking out through the right heel. Keep your right hip grounded. Use your left hand to guide that left knee open. Neck stays long and straight. Bring that knee through center, hand it off. Find that spinal twist. Gazing out over the left hand, maybe lifting the upper body, turning and twist it to the left a little more. Gaze out over the left hand. Slowly come back to center, hug your knees in, hug the forehead in, squeeze everything in tight. And then we'll roll the whole length of the spine a couple times. See if you can get the toes to touch the ground back there and roll all the way to seated a couple times. When you're ready, we're gonna rock all the way up to a chair pose. If you need to use your hands to get your booty off the ground, that's okay. See if you can come all the way up onto the feet. Lift the booty up to the same height as the knees. Reach the arms forward and then up. Keep the knees stacked over the ankles. Look down. Make sure you can see the toes. If not, stick the booty back more. Sink into the heels a little bit. Reach up out of the waist a little bit. Find your breath. Draw the belly in and up. Find stillness here. Try not to make any extra movements with your head, your neck, even your eyes. Press into the feet and stand all the way up. Find a little backward bend. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. Now lift your right knee up and straighten the right leg out in front. Flex that foot. Point the toes back towards the face and kick out through the heel. See if you can get that right leg parallel to the ground. All right, imagine your hips in one line. Now see if you can engage your quads evenly by pressing through the feet evenly. So press down into the left foot and forward with the right foot with equal pressure. Now feel this hinge at the hips as you lean forward. Bring everything parallel to the ground. Keep looking down and keep the back of the neck long. Keep that right foot flexed, toes pointing down and slightly in. Slowly step it back to crescent lunge. Stack your knee over your ankle and your shoulders over your hips. Inhale, reach up out of the waist. Keep your heart lifted. Slowly lower the right knee all the way down to deepen this stretch. Peeling that hip flexor open. Untuck those back toes if you like and sink in a little bit more. Keep drawing the left hip back into the socket and lifting the heart up towards the sky. Use your exhale to soften through the face, soften through the shoulders. Now plant your right hand down inside that left foot. Roll the left arm up to stack the shoulders. Gaze up at that left hand. Keep the left knee hugging in towards center and pressing forward. Keep rolling that left shoulder back, rooting down into the right hand, lifting up through the left. Now slowly lift your upper body up. Left hand finds right thigh. Keep pressing left knee forward. Right hand reaches up. One more breath. Lower your hands down. Step back to plank and find this nice long line of energy. See if you can lengthen out any more. So imagine just like an instrument that it really matters exactly where your fingers go here. Your fingers are spread wide and you're pressing down into fingers and knuckles. Imagine that if any little part of the hand comes up, you won't get the same vibration, the same frequency moving through you here. So press down evenly. Shift forward onto the toes and slowly lower all the way down in one piece. Untuck the toes. Use the hands to pull the heart forward. Press into the feet to lift up. Elbows hugging in and back. Each inhale is going to lift you a little bit higher. Try to keep your glutes soft. Press into the feet. Use your hands to pull the heart forward. Maybe start to press into the hands too. Maybe even straightening into the arms. Relax your glutes. Relax your shoulders, lift your heart. Now very slowly lower back down. Curl the toes under, press up to plank, and lift up, downward facing dog. You're welcome to move around a little bit here if you need to, bending one knee, pressing through the opposite heel. Let your head be heavy and really activate the hands. Find that deep, slow, rhythmic flow, bear through the nose. Did you drink your tea? I forgot about mine. Slowly walk your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Spread your feet as wide as your hips. Grab your elbows and start to sway a little bit. Finding that ragdoll sensation. Try to release the low back here. Where are you going? Take these knots. All right, release your arms and slowly roll up, pressing into the feet, letting your head and arms be heavy. Bring your hands onto your hips and kick that left leg forward. Flex the foot. Try to lift it till it's parallel. Find that balance point. Right foot's pressing down, left foot's pressing forward with equal pressure so the quads can engage evenly. Engage the core, lengthen up through the crown. And feel this hinge at the hips as you tip forward, come down till everything's parallel to the ground. Keep that foot flexed, toes pointing down and slightly in, lengthen out from heel to crown. And slowly step it back, crescent lunge, knee over ankle, shoulders over hips. Draw the low belly in and up, lift the heart, reach up, sink in a little deeper. Keep the heart lifted, slowly lower the left knee all the way down, untuck the toes if you like, and sink in. Keep drawing the right hip back and lifting the heart up. Plant the left hand down, roll the right arm up, stacking the shoulders, gaze up at that right hand. Keep right knee hugging in and pressing forward so we're still opening that left hip flexor. And then you'll feel that more as you lift the upper body up. Right hand, left thigh. Right knee presses forward, left hand reaches up. Lower hands down. Step back to plank and find this nice long line of energy here. Make some little fine-tuned adjustments as you shine the heart forward and roll the shoulders back. Make sure the back of the neck is long. See if you can hollow out the belly, drawing it in and up a little more. Lifting the quads up off the knees, rock forward onto the toes. Slowly lower down to the shoulders or elbow height. Untuck the toes and pull the heart through, forward and up, rolling the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same adjustments here. Drawing the shoulders out of the ears as the heart melts down towards the knees. Belly melts down towards the thighs. Sink into the heels a little bit. See what you can soften. Really activate those hands. Inhale, lift the right leg up, keeping your hips in line. Feel that evenness as the left heel pressing down and right heel pressing up evenly to activate both legs equally. Both arms are activated equally. Arms are straight and strong, head is heavy. Come up on the toes. Exhale slowly, bring your knee all the way to your nose. Feel the spine round as you empty all the air. Inhale, shoot it up. Left heel presses down, right heel presses up. Come onto the toes. Exhale, knee to nose. Move slowly. Breathe slowly. One more time. Inhale, shoot it up. Find a little more space. Take a little more air. Come on the toes. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through. Crescent lunge. Arms reach up out of the waist. Maybe you can get the right thigh parallel to the ground now. Press the right knee forward. Draw the right hip back. Reach up. Look up. Find your breath. Find stillness here. And now we spin it open to warrior two, drawing that left heel out and down, gazing out over the right finger. Keep pressing the right knee forward. See about getting the right thigh parallel to the ground. Press down into both feet evenly. Draw the low belly in and up. Lift the heart up. Now find that maximum wingspan, but soften through the face, soften through the shoulders. Bring your right elbow to your right knee and your left arm up and over. Keep using your right elbow to push the right knee open to keep it stacked over the ankle. And then use that leverage point as well to roll the heart up towards the ceiling. And then reach through those left fingertips, lengthening the whole left side of the body. Keep the right knee pressing straight forward. Keep pressing down into both feet. Maybe you want to find a bind here, reaching the left arm behind your back. Seeing if you can interlace your fingers. If you get a hold, keep rolling that left shoulder back. Trying to roll the heart up towards the ceiling. Keep pressing the right knee straight forward. Keep pressing down into both feet. Engage your core. Find your breath. And release your hands down. Turn those left toes to face the front of the mat. And this is a big move here. Kick your left foot all the way up into standing splits. Let your head be heavy. Try to keep your hips in line. Draw the shoulders out of the ears. Rock a little weight into the ball of the right foot. Shoot the left foot up a little higher without letting that left hip lift up. Set the left foot down to meet the right. Without letting the knees move at all, just lower the booty back behind you. Sweep the floor with the fingers. Reach the hands forward and up and sink into that chair. Pull the belly in, lift the heart. Find some little fine-tune adjustments as you press the feet down, and imagine you're spreading them away from each other here to create this internal rotation of the thighs, really firing up the legs. Feel that low belly drawing in and up. Find your breath. Now lift the right knee as you straighten the left leg. Kick your right leg forward. Flex your foot. Engage your quads evenly and really kick through the heel. And now point and flex. Lift a little higher. Feel how engaging your core will help. Point and flex. One more time. Point and flex. Hinge at the hips. Come down till everything's parallel to the ground. Flex the foot. Point the toes down and slightly in. Lengthen out from heel to crown, heel to fingertips. Plant the left fingertips in front of the left toes. Bring the right hand onto the hip and turn those right toes out towards the long edge of the mat, stacking the hips. So press back through the heel, lift that right leg till it's parallel, and roll that right hip back to stack it right on top of the left. If you feel all right here, roll your right arm up, stacking the shoulders, maybe gazing up at the right hand now. Roll that right shoulder back to roll the heart up towards the ceiling a touch. Maybe your left fingertips float off the ground a little bit. We're gonna come all the way up to reverse warrior, bend into the left knee. Press it straight forward, reach the left hand up and over, stay for one more breath. And lower hands down, step back to plank. Lower through chaturanga, meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left foot up, keep your hips in line, keep that foot flexed. Pressing into the right heel as you lift up through the left heel, arms are straight and strong, lift up on the toes. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, shoot it up. Find that equal pressure, right heel down, left heel up. On the toes, exhale, knee to nose. One more time, slow it down even more. Step it through, crescent lunge. Arms reach up out of the waist. Sink in. And now spin that right heel out and down as you roll into that warrior two, turning the hips towards the long edge of the mat now. Arms parallel to the ground, palms face down, gaze out over the left fingers. Make sure left knee's pressing straight out over that second toe. Find your breath. Find that lift in the heart and softness through the shoulders, softness through the face. Find stillness here. Bring the left elbow down to the left knee, using it to keep pressing the knee towards the pinky toe side a little bit so it doesn't collapse in. And then also using it to roll the heart up towards the ceiling. And then reaching through the fingertips, lengthening the whole right side. Draw the shoulders out of the ears a little bit. Press down into the feet. If you want to go for that bind, bring your right hand behind your back and see if you can interlace those fingers. Don't let the knee collapse in. Keep moving it towards the pinky toe side and pressing it straight forward. If you get a hold, start to roll the right shoulder back to open the heart up towards the ceiling. Press into the feet, pull the belly in, find your breath. And release your hands down, come up on those back toes, turn them forward. This big move now, shoot the right foot all the way up. standing splits. Lifting the left hip to lower the right hip to keep the hips in line. The head is heavy, breath is deep. Set the right foot down to meet the left. Sink into that chair pose without moving the knees, just lowering the booty back. Behind you, sweep the floor, reach the arms forward and up, and sink in a little bit. And now lift the left knee up as you straighten the right leg. Kick that left foot forward, flex the foot. Try to get it parallel to the ground. Try to draw the toes back towards the nose. Pull the belly in and up, point and flex. Point and flex a little higher. One more time, point and flex. Hinge at the hips, bend that knee. Hinge forward, everything parallel to the ground. Flex the foot. Point the toes down and slightly in. Lengthen out from heel to crown. Find your breath. And now plant the right fingertips in front of the right toes. And roll the left arm up towards the ceiling. Gazing up at that left hand now. Find your breath. Roll that left hip back. Roll that left shoulder back. Maybe right fingertips float off the ground. Slowly come all the way up to reverse it. Bending the right knee straight forward. Reach up. Fill up. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower your hands down. Step back to plank. Lower through chaturanga. Kneading back in downward facing dog. Inhale, roll it forward into plank. Roll to the outside edge of that left foot and roll the right arm up, side plank. Press down into the left hand, lift the hips a little higher. Find your breath. Roll that right arm up alongside the ear, reaching towards the top of the mat, and slowly come down to plank. Walk or slide the feet back to come down to forearm plank. Stacking the shoulders right over the elbows. Finding that nice long line of energy. Back of the neck is long, core is engaged. Activate those hands. Press down through the wrists and the forearms too. Now slowly walk the feet in, let the booty go up like dolphin pose. Hands and forearms are rooting down and pressing forward. Head is heavy. Shoulders soften out of the ears. Find your breath. And then lower the knees down and come into a child's pose. Maybe you can keep your knees together. See if you can get your forehead resting here. If you need to spread your knees to make that happen, go ahead. If you want to lift the wrists up, coming onto the fingertips to open the shoulders here, you can. Use your exhale to soften the forehead, shoulders. See if you can drop into this heart space. And when you're ready, slowly come back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll it forward into plank. Roll to the outside edge of your right foot. Reach the left arm up, side plank. Lift your hips a little higher, root down into the right hand. Find your breath. Reach that left arm up alongside the ear. Slowly come down to plank. Walk or slide the feet back, forearm plank. Shoulders over elbows, back of the neck long. Engage that core. Start to rock forward and back. And now walk those feet in, let the booty go up, dolphin. Elbows and forearms press down and forward like you're trying to stretch the mat towards the front. Soften the shoulders out of the ears, let your head be heavy. Slowly come back down to the knees. Curl the toes under and come back up, downward facing dog. Slowly walk your hands back to meet your feet. Spread your feet as wide as your hips. Hook your peace sign fingers around your big toes. Lift up halfway to shine the heart forward and roll the shoulders back. Exhale, pull the head down towards the feet. Pull the shoulders up out of the ears and try to fold yourself in half here. Creating a little more length in your spine and the back of your neck. Draw the belly in and up out of the way to fold in a little bit deeper. Start to tip a little weight into the balls of your feet as you lift those sit bones up and back. And release, press into the feet, reverse swan dive all the way up. Find a little backward bend at the top. Exhale, hands to heart, and keep them here. Let your head bow just a little bit to the heart, close your eyes, and really activate the feet. Press down into the feet, lift the quads up off the knees. Draw the belly in and up, lift up through the heart. Draw the shoulders back and let them sink down the back a little bit. And now recommit for the second half of practice here to staying with your breath. So instead of being overwhelmed about all the things we need to change or do, just think about everything as a little fine-tune adjustment. You know, if you've played an instrument at all, that sometimes these little tiny fine-tune adjustments can make all the difference in the world. So just imagine that we just have a few fine-tune adjustments to make before everything just kind of starts to flow and fall into place. Lower your hands down by your sides. Press into the feet, inhale, reach out, lengthen up. Interlace your fingers, release your index finger. Glue your palms together. Bring your biceps back with your ears and your chin away from your chest a little bit. See if you can straighten your arms and squeeze your head with your straight arms. Step your right foot forward, come down to get everything parallel to the ground. This time we point the left toes back. Try to level the hips out and engage both quads. Now reach forward, try to squeeze your head with your straight arms. Glue your palms together, reach back. Lower the hands to the ground. Lower the left foot a couple feet behind the right foot. Turn it out to 45 degrees. Bring the hands onto the hips and slowly roll up. Setting up pyramid pose here. Get both your hips facing forward. See if you can bring your hands into prayer back behind you. If not, just press your fists together as high as you can get them up your back. This one just never gets any easier for me here. I can't quite get them into prayer, but. All right, press down into the feet. Feel that hinge at the hips. As you bring that body down towards the leg and start to tuck the chin towards the chest. See if you can get your hips the same height by pressing into the right foot a little more to lift the right hip up and back. Pull the belly in, out of the way, draw the shoulders out of the ears, stay with your breath. Slowly lower the hands down to the ground. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Drop into that chair pose by lowering the booty back. Reach the arms forward and up. Sink into the heels a little bit more. Lower down a little bit more. Bring your hands to your heart. And turn and twist to the right. Hook the elbow outside the knee for leverage. Use that leverage. Twist the heart towards the thumbs, towards the ceiling. Maybe placing the thumbs in the center of the chest. Gaze down at the knees, the left knee's popping out in front of the right. Draw that left hip back. Sink into the heels a little more and twist your spine open. If you want more, you can open the arms up. Left fingertips reaching down, right fingertips reaching up. Find your breath. Now slide your left fingertips under your right foot and slowly come to standing. Kick that right heel straight out in front. Right leg parallel to the ground. If you can balance, See if you can gaze back over your right hand. Left foot pressing down, left quad lifting up. Try to engage both quads evenly. See if you can lengthen up just a little bit more. Soften through the face and shoulders. Roll that right shoulder back. And now we're going to slowly place the right ankle on the left knee and come into figure 4 here. Softening into the left ankle and left knee. Trying to lower the right knee, maybe all the way down to the same height as the left knee. Bring your hands to your heart. Now keep drawing your upper body back, trying to stack shoulders over hips. Or you can find a twist here, turning and twisting to the left, hooking the right elbow on the bottom of the foot. Or you can just hinge forward, reaching your fingertips down towards the ground, letting your head become heavy. Keep softening the left ankle and left knee to sink in a little deeper. Slowly come back up, press down into the feet, lift up through the heart, reach the arms up overhead, find a little backward bend. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. Press down into the feet, inhale, reach out, lengthen up. Exhale, feel this hinge at the hips as you lead with the heart, lengthen all the way down, empty every last drop, fold in deep. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, meeting back in downward facing dog. Slowly walk your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale to lift up halfway, and exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, press into the feet, come all the way up. Interlace your fingers, release your index finger, glue your palms together. Biceps back with the ears, chin away from the chest, left foot forward, come down, everything parallel to the ground, level out the hips, squeeze your head, straighten your arms, glue your palms. Reach back to those toes, lift the left hip, lower the right hip, lengthen out. Slowly lower the hands down, lower the right foot a couple feet behind the left, kick it out to 45. Bring your hands onto your hips and slowly come up. Both hips forward, press into both feet evenly, and see about getting those hands into prayer again behind you. Feel this hinge at the hips as you lengthen out over that straight left leg. Start pressing a little more into the left foot to keep lifting the left hip. Tuck the chin towards the chest, see about lowering the forehead to the knee. Slowly lower the hands down. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Drop into that chair pose. Reach the arms forward and up. Sink in a little bit. Bring your hands to your heart. Turn and twist to the left. Hook that elbow outside the knee for leverage. Use that leverage. Keep your knees in line by keeping your hips in line. Sink into the heels. Roll that left shoulder back. If you want more, open the arms up here. Keep rolling that left shoulder back to open the heart. Lower the booty a little bit. Slide those right fingers under the left foot and slowly come to standing, bringing that foot with you. Kick out through the heel, try to flex the foot. If you feel ready, gaze back over the left hand. Root down into the right foot to rise up a little higher. Roll that left shoulder back. Find your breath. Slowly start to look forward. Place that left ankle on the right knee. Bend into that right knee. Bring your hands to your heart. Soften that right ankle and right knee to lower the left knee down. Keep drawing the upper body back. Or turn and twist to the right and hook that left elbow on the bottom of the foot. Or just hinge at the hips and reach your fingers down towards the ground, letting your head be heavy. Keep softening through that right ankle and right knee. Softening through the face. And slowly release that foot back down. Stand all the way up, reach the arms up, find a little backward bend. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides, coming to the top of your mat. So don't move the knees, just lower the booty back behind you. Enough to sweep the floor with your fingers. Reach your arms forward and up. Find that powerful chair pose. With each exhale, we're going to lower down another inch. Feel the feet pressing down and imagine them spreading apart. Really firing up the legs. We're going to lower the booty all the way down to the ground and come into a boat pose. If you need to use your hands to soften the fall, you can. As soon as your butt touches the ground, you lift the legs up and either grab the back of the knees or straighten the arms and the legs. Hugging everything into center, reach out through the balls of the feet, reaching for the toes. Pull the belly in, lift the heart. Now move really slowly, keep everything hugging into center and lengthen out to a hover. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, lengthen to a hover. Move with your own breath, slow and controlled here. Keep your face and your shoulders soft. Keep squeezing the legs together to really fire up the core. Whenever you've had enough, just roll back onto your back and hug your knees into your chest. Move however it feels good here, rocking across the spine or finding a happy baby. Now lower the feet down flat on the ground. Cross the right knee over the left. And now bring the knees in towards the chest and see if you can grab onto the feet. Tuck the chin a little bit. If you want more, you can see about interlacing the fingers around that left shin. Try to relax your shoulders and your face and stay with your breath. And release, both feet back down to the ground, flat on the ground. Cross the left knee over the right, hug the knees in, and grab onto those feet. Or interlace fingers around that right shin now. Tuck the chin a little bit. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. See if you can inhale for 5 counts. See if you can make the exhale match. And slowly release, bring both feet back flat down on the ground. Now we're gonna roll back into a plow pose. See if you can get the toes to touch the ground behind your head. You can keep your hands on your low back for support if you like, or you can try to interlace the fingers back behind you. Relax the neck a little bit more. Bring your hands to your low back, creating a shelf for your hips. Straighten your legs up towards the ceiling, stacking the hips over the shoulders and the feet over the hips. Squeeze the legs together. Reach up through the balls of the feet. See if you can lift your feet up a little higher. Lower back down into plow pose. And really sink in here. Soften through the neck and shoulders. Reach your hands forward, press down into the palms. Slowly, slowly, slowly lower that upper vertebrae down first. Slowly, slowly lower that next one down. Keep squeezing the legs together. Feel some little fine-tune adjustments happening in your spine. Once your booty touches the ground, keep squeezing your legs together and take 10 more seconds to lower your legs all the way down. Keep kicking out through the heels. Pull the belly in. If you have a tricky low back, you might stick your hands under your booty here with your palms face down. When the legs lower all the way down, if you want to pop into fish for a couple breaths, press into your elbows to lift the heart. Crown of the head reaching down towards the mat, elbows pressing down to lift the heart up. Zip the legs together, reach out through the balls of the feet. Maybe you lift the feet up. And slowly release, hug your knees into your chest. Let your right leg go long on the mat. Kick out through the right heel. Hug that left knee in towards the left armpit. Hug the body with the elbows. Plug the shoulders into the mat. Tuck the chin a little bit. Now really squeeze that left knee into the left armpit. Now we're going to find a half happy baby, turning the sole of that left foot up towards the ceiling, pulling that foot straight down towards the knee, towards the ground. Keep kicking through the right heel. Chin slightly tucked, shoulders pressing down into the mat. Find your breath. You can stay right here if you like, or if you want to grab the big toe with the peace sign fingers and straighten that leg out wide to the side, you can. Try to keep the right hip grounded. Neck is straight and long, looking straight up at the ceiling. Bend that knee, bring it through center, hand it off to the right hand, find a spinal twist. If your left arm was straight out to the side in the beginning, maybe now you bend it at 90 like a cactus. Gaze out over that left hand. See if you can bring the knee all the way down to the ground. Then lift the upper body, turn and twist it to the left, and try to lower that left arm, left elbow, left shoulder all the way down. See if you can find that 5 count inhale all the way into the low back and belly. See if you can let go of some of this tension in your body on the exhale, melting in a little bit. Slowly come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Hug your forehead in to touch your knees. Squeeze everything in to a tight little ball. Let your left leg go long. Hug that right knee into your right armpit. Kick out through that left heel. Tuck the chin a little bit. Oh wait, is that the one we just did? Do the opposite one you just did, yeah? No, that was right. Right knee in, left heel out, yeah? Really squeeze that knee into the armpit. Keep kicking through the left heel. Find that half happy baby, turning the sole up towards the ceiling, pulling straight down towards that foot, towards the knee. Keep kicking through the left heel. Tuck the chin a little bit, relax the shoulders. You can stay right here. You can interlace the peace sign fingers around the big toe and straighten the leg out wide to the side. Try to keep that left hip grounded. Keep looking straight up at the ceiling. Relax your shoulders. Bend that knee, bring it across the body, hand it off, find that spinal twist. Gazing out over the right hand now. Find that 5 count inhale and exhale. I know you haven't had any dinner. I know, just let me finish. Okay, thanks, buddy. Slowly come back to center, hug your knees into your chest. Squeeze your forehead into your knees, squeeze everything into the tightest little ball. Squeeze your face up a little bit, clench your fists, try to tighten everything here. And then release. Let your legs go long on the mat. Spread your feet as wide as the mat. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. One last time, tuck your chin a little bit. Close your eyes. So use your hands here, use that little bit of healing touch, just as a reminder to soften here through the heart and through the belly. See if you can give yourself permission to let go a little bit more than you ever have, really relaxing through the shoulders, through the face. If there's anything you need to do before you can completely relax, just go ahead and do it now. We have plenty of time here. We're going to take a nice long Shavasana. So now just imagine that if you could let go a little bit deeper than you ever have, that you could heal the whole world. Imagine somebody you love that you always want to just chill out or relax. Imagine they are going to feel this. Sometimes we feel like, oh, I don't need to relax. I'll do that later. I already know what I need to do. But you know that one person in your life that you're like, oh my God, you just need to chill. Maybe your mom. Just imagine that how deep you can relax right now is how deep they can relax right now. And imagine that the whole world can share this peace with you. Okay? We always want to send out these thoughts of peace. But really the only way we can make a more peaceful world is by finding this peace within ourselves. And then it ripples out. It emulates out of your body, out of your heart space. So see if you can, for that person, for the world, let go just a little bit more. Letting the head be heavy. If you're in your head, no worries. Just find that little inner smile, welcoming whatever it is that's coming up. And then drop back into your belly or your heart space. And imagine that a whole nother level or layer of unwind is waiting for you after this next exhale. See if you can visibly sink in a little bit more as you let this air out. Imagine that each exhale holds that next layer of unwind, just waiting right there for you to sink into it. Invite a deeper breath back into your body. And before you invite movement back into your fingers and your toes, just be really curious now about this instrument that you just fine-tuned. Be really curious how it feels to feel that first sensation of movement. Imagine that you're not quite sure exactly how to use this instrument yet. But you just fine-tuned it, and now just kind of play with that a little bit. Just see how it feels to become aware of that energy body again and that sensation of life in your fingers and your toes. Notice what's going on in your mind. Now see if instead of looking at the end of classes like, okay, I'm done with my practice, if you can shift to thinking about this as just the beginning. This is the reminder to get you back to this space. And see how long you can stay in this space. See how long you can ride this little wave. Staying with the breath, keeping that softness in the face. Maybe moving a little slower. When you're ready, we'll roll onto either side. And take your time. Coming back up to a seat, letting your head be heavy, keeping your eyes closed, kind of dragging yourself back up to a comfortable seat when you're ready. So finding that nice tall spine again. Relax the shoulders down the back. We'll take all the good energy we created in class in the hands together above the head. Feel all that energy here. One more time, lift the hands a little higher, creating a little space. Bring all that good energy down to the forehead for good, pure thoughts. Down to the lips for good, pure communication. And down to the heart for good, pure intentions. Let the head bow to the wisdom of the heart. Close your eyes. Lift your thumbs up to that space above the eyebrows. Take a moment to thank yourself for coming. May all beings everywhere be free from pain and suffering. May our thoughts and actions in some way contribute to that. Namaste.